Hello guys and welcome to another show. In today's episode I will present my new styling kit. I call it blue, black, silver or BBK for short because it no longer has any brown parts. The main features of this kit are black fork, covers, blue tank, black bags, black seats and silver mudguards. Let's take it step by step and talk about the front end first. The idea for the modification of the front end was to tidy up, clean up and declutter as much as possible. I wanted to remove the ignition, fit the new light, new fork covers and reroute the cables. Well, not everything worked as I planned, but I'm pretty happy with what I have. And here's what I did. So first of all, the cables. I try to do as good as I can, but it still looks a little bit cluttered. And I think this is because of the cable braid I used. It just doesn't look smart and they break holes. I wanted to swap it with the black one, but that included lifting the ABS unit and that did seem like a lot of work, so I decided to leave it as is. I fit this fork covers and I was very lucky because the height of the covers is just enough to fit the indicators and the bracket for the new light. And as you can see, I have the old light back on because the idea was to kind of clean up the whole area and then fit the bigger light to cover the rest. But I didn't like how this big light looks on a bike, and I got the one with the chrome bezel, and I don't know, you tell me if you like it, but I don't. So I have my old light fitted and I think it actually looks really cool. I also have the ignition key relocated. That did a massive job to declutter and simplify the area. My ignition key is now here. I got the ignition relocation kit from Sold Out. I'm very happy. It looks like a very solid piece of kit. The installation was nice and easy and holds the bracket quite nicely. Easy. It's all good. The only thing you need to do is not to forget your keys in the ignition because it's in such an unusual place. And because I had the hole where ignition used to be, I fit the clock. They used to be here. It's all visible from when I sit on the bike and I know exactly what time it is, and it is 37 minutes past 7. I still have my old indicators fitted and I really love them. And the reason why I still have the bracket for the headlight is that I'm hesitating. I might return the big light, I might not, we'll see. Moving on to the rear of the bike, I have this new seat. I used to run on Bonvin seat. It's absolutely fantastic seat and I totally loved it. I used it for short rides, long rides. It was great, but I ruined it. It was light brown color, but I wanted to have it a little bit darker, so I decided to dye it, and I purchased a special leather dye, and I fucking ruined it. It looked like it was made of wood, this sort of red wood kind of texture, and I had to replace it with something. I was thinking about the seat by K-Speed, a customization shop from Thailand, and I like this shape and I like the fact that it's a little bit shorter than my previous seat, so I love it very much. It's thinner than Bonvent. I can't comment yet on the comfort or long-term use or whatever, but it looks absolutely fantastic, looks cool. It's not common, you don't see that many bikes with this seat, so a little bit of uniqueness to this bike. And I also replaced my bags. I have the same bags from Raw and Ragged. I used to have the brown ones. I ruined them as well, and I used to have them on both sides, but this time I decided to add some asymmetry and I don't have a bag on left side, so it is quite cool. These bags are secured to the side panels with the help of rubber straps, and this is how I fit it right now, but I want to try something else this time. and I would like to put 2 screws and secure the bag with the help of 2 screws on the side panel, so you don't see this rubber straps. I'm very happy with the quality, looks cool. Hopefully this time around no animal will climb in my garage and eat the bag. The other changes in the area is the location of the indicators. They used to be here, but I think that was visually a little bit too heavy for the rear end, and I relocated them just above the shocks. To complete the look of the bike, I replaced the fenders. I put my brushed silver fenders on the back and to the front. On the front, I have the one from back, and on the rear, I have the one from Sold Out. To replace the front one was a no-brainer, because the one I had before, it was slightly higher, and the smaller wheel, it didn't look that great. But I really liked my tail tidy kit from Bonbon, and I did want to keep it, but there was an issue with it. It added complexity to the back and it added visual weight. I really like this open end, open loop, how it looks now. So it also visually lightened the rear end. The only thing that I probably don't like is still the height of the front mudguard. I probably try to put just to mount the bracket not above the mounting points but underneath them. Maybe that will improve things a little bit. Oh, and I almost forgot. As requested by my bike mates, I removed the cat eyes. This was the only reason my bike wasn't accepted for the bike shed show this year. And the last mod in this kit, which is actually not a mod, it's an adjustment, but it's by far the best thing you can do to your bike. Can you guess what it is? Throttle Slide. There used to be a lot of play in the throttle, and it just added sloppiness and hesitation to this bike. Now it feels lighter and accelerates better. Just removing the slack, and the way to adjust it is to remove this cover that will be the throttle body, and you just adjust the adjustment nuts until you remove the slack. This is it, guys. The whole kit revealed. If you have any questions on the parts, on the cost, or where I got them, don't hesitate to ask. I always get back to you in comments. I now have Instagram too, so if you don't know already, please subscribe to me on Instagram, but I reply on both platforms.